Depo black projector headlights. Been waiting about 3 months for these. They finally came in. So these are a aftermarket alternative to the BMW LCI headlights. My car basically came bone stock, base model, no upgrades or anything. So it came with the halogens, which are pretty hideous. So I was excited to get these as an alternative to give me an option for the halo and the projector beams. So everything's just packaged up real nice. Didn't notice any scratches or anything. And this is quite a bit of time after I've actually had these installed. I've had them in for I guess 2 months now, and I just never did put up the video. So here it is, complete installation. I also got some aftermarket LED low beam headlights or bulbs, and you'll get to see these at the end. I didn't actually get video of actually installing those or the brand or anything. Maybe I can add that in the details in the links below, so feel free to look at that. But yeah, they look really nice. They still have the protective film on there. I was just really excited to get these to just give the front of my car a more modern look. So here you can see the halogens. Like I said, they're pretty hideous. So the Depo headlights are not, from what I hear, they're not quite the quality of the BMW LCIs. I think the LCIs are, if you buy those secondhand, they're like $1,500 or something like that, $1,500 to $2,000. I even saw some for $3,000. These are about like $600, $500 to $600, so less expensive alternative with near the look. I mean, nobody really can tell unless they get right up on the headlights and look at the markings on the headlight itself. So basically, first thing you do, of course, pull off the front bumper. You've got the screws on the side. I won't go through all the details walking all of this through. Kind of one of the things about my car that's a little bit different. Mine has the washer stalks. So basically, there's a little opening on the front of the bumper where a water zert stalk comes out, and it sprays water on the headlights. So that's probably one of the more different things about the front bumper on my car. Other than that, it's standard. So here's me removing the washer stalks. I've gotten pretty good at it. The first time I had to remove it was when I actually put it on the M-Tech or M-Sport front bumper. It was a bit more challenging that first time, but I've gotten pretty good at it. I haven't had taken off the bumper a couple of times so far. So here's the back of it. So you essentially have to remove this screw. So it's a star screw. I forget the size of it. And on the other side is a nut and like a small casing that you have to hold with either a wrench or a vice grips. So on this side, I did vice grips. Actually, on the other side, on the driver's side, I did the a open-ended wrench. So I'll show you how it looks here with it connected, so you can see how it looks a little bit better. So there's how you can grip it with the vice grips, and you can see the star on the other side. And here's an example of holding it with a open-ended wrench. Shaky camera, I know, but it's hard to get in there and film that. So after you remove those two on the bottom, you just remove the star screw on the top, and you can see on that left side my bracket on the headlight, the original halogens, is broken. That's the main power source to the headlights. You have to unclip that to remove the headlight, and this is just me removing the broken tab. So the new Depo headlights, of course everything is new, so I was able to restore those tabs. So getting ready to put in the Depo headlights, it's pretty much reverse of the halogens. All the connecting points are the same. There's like tape on the back of the screw holes, so you have to remove that, of course, before you can install them. A little bit later in the video, you'll get to see I've got video of the headlights turned on, just showing the halos, and also with the low beams on, which at this point when I recorded it, I've actually got LED bulbs in place for the low beams. I'll be doing LEDs for the fog lights and for the high beams as well. So I haven't actually done that yet, but probably do a video on that as well. So you can see in front of the tire, the front of the tire tread there is the washer stalk, part of that. So it's kind of suspended behind the bumper, and when you put the bumper on, it has like a couple of points where you can tuck it in along the front of the bumper. And I've actually never used the washers before, so might just try that out one day and see how it works. Just getting everything screwed in tight, make sure everything is secure. You don't want anything moving around in there. But another thing about changing the bulbs in the Depo headlights it doesn't have the same access points. So for the low beam, the access point is the same, where you just do a half turn on the back, like the round rubber grommet, and you have access to the low beam bulb. But the high beams, it looks like you're going to have to completely remove the front bumper again to get access to that, because it's kind of on top where you can't access it from the back. So when I replace those high beams, it's going to be a little frustrating to have to take off the whole front bumper to replace a bulb. Really wish they would have done something different with the design on that front. This is just putting everything back together. I've already actually done the other side as well, so tucking in those water stalks from the washer fluid,